Spencer, more on that one a little bit later on. Armour's been so good to watch at his best, hoping to look fresh here tonight, much like the man in action first. It's Colin Dunne. For so long, Britain's top lightweight, but when he lost to younger Liverpool rival David Burke in December, it looked all over.
He goes down in the third round. And the new David Burke's got it! Oh, the night of his life! Champion of the world! For the man from Anfield!
But the Dynamo is back, recharged, and hoping to line up a meeting with the former European champion Jason Cook. But first, Dunne faces Kevin Bennett, hard-hitting and with new ambitions himself, moving down to lightweight from light welter. And Dunne accepts it will be all over if he loses here.
I feel 100% for this one, and if anything goes wrong here, then I'll be hanging up the gloves. Yeah.
I think this is the right time to beat Colin Dunne, every respect to him, but I think that, you know, Colin's had his chance now, and I think it's time for some new blood to come through, and I think it's a good chance for me to take over.
I am always an exciting fight, you know, and you know, as I said, that's my style, and I will excite the public again.
He's never failed us in that regard, one of the best British craftsmen of the past decade, but what has Colin Dunne got left at the age of 32? For Bennett, this will be a career relaunch, he hopes, in the lighter weight division, and a win over Dunne could establish him as a new force in the top 10 straight away. Commentators tonight, Jim Watt and Adam Smith, and our Master of Ceremonies here in Brentwood, John MacDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the Brentwood Leisure Centre. Barry Hearn for Ringside Boxing Promotions, in association with Prince Promotions and Matchroom Sport, proudly present a night of World Championship Boxing. Proudly sponsored by PokerMillion.com for a great game of online poker, and a very warm welcome to our viewers joining us live and exclusive here on Sky Sports. You've joined us for the very best ringside seat in the business. All the officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control here present at ringside. Steward in charge, Mr. Dean Hollington. Inspectors, Bob Longhurst, Bob Galloway, Nick Laidman, Dave Porter and Richard Barber. Our three medical officers here at ringside, Dr. White, Dr. Uttar and Dr. Dubell. They were the officials, and now the contestants, 8 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing in at 9 stone, 9 3/4 pounds. 16 fight record, 13 wins, 5 inside the scheduled distance and 3 losses. Coming from Hartlepool, please welcome Kevin Bennett. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the red trunks. He weighed in at 9 stone, 10 3/4 pounds. He brings an outstanding 40 fight record, 38 wins, 26 inside the scheduled distance and just 2 losses. Coming to the ring as the former World Boxing Union's lightweight champion of the world, from Holloway and Liverpool, it's the Dynamo, Colin Dunne. Timekeeper of the bell is Mr. Michael McCann, referee in charge of the action is star referee Marcus MacDonald. This is 8 3-minute rounds.
By professional boxers, I expect you to act like professionals at all times. That means obey my instructions. I want to keep the punches up above the belt, punch with a knuckle part of the glove. Do you understand me? Good luck, Debbie. Let's get it on, boys.
The Dynamo returns. A last hurrah or a late career revival? One thing's certain, Colin Dunne is a throwback fighter with bags of spirit and grit and heart. Never count him out, but he is 32 in his 10th year as a professional and coming off that defeat here to David Burke. Quality in his prime, but is the gloss coming off? And is Hartlepool's steady, strong Kevin Bennett the man to bring the curtain down? Intriguing, because we don't know.
Well, that's the thing about Colin Dunne. You never know what you're getting. A couple of times in recent performances he's looked poor in the early rounds, and we think he doesn't have it left. And he comes on like a train in the second half of the 12 rounders we've seen him, and it's not a 12 rounder tonight, so he's going to have to start a little bit quicker than he's been doing of late.
slow out of the blocks last December here against David Burke. He was floored in the third, but he managed to claw his way back into what was a pretty close fight. Lost on a split decision. We had it a little wider. Only the second defeat in 40 fights. As for Bennett, he's trained himself down to lightweight from light welterweight and has to take body shots that redden his ribs straight away.
Well, certainly started quickly this time, Dunne, getting off the mark quickly, putting punches together. Some of them have been partially blocked, but a good work rate in the opening round.
Right start, the caught with the right hand by Bennett, and the legs wobbled.
That's probably the confidence that Bennett's looking for, just to know that it has the power to shake this fellow.
Maybe physically stronger, Kevin Bennett, former army man, but he has come apart a couple of times. Again looking for that right hand.
I think a problem for Dunne, he's the big occasion man. His best performances have always been in defence of his WBU title, so I wonder, can he raise it for an 8-round fight?
First fight of the year too. Is there ring rust? Sort of wading the punches in, Colin Dunne. Just walks into a jab too, Dunne. After a good minute and a half, he's struggled slightly. This is interesting. Very warm welcome back on this balmy summer's night in Brentwood. There's Colin Dunne, our leading lightweight for so many years. Terrific wins over Philip Holliday and Billy Schwer. But what's left now is the second, the Dynamo in Liverpool red, from the Northwest, based in Holloway, where he's got a lot of supporters who really want him to come back. 32 years of age, his opponent Kevin Bennett 5 years younger, fresher, but is he good enough to win this?
See, Dunne knows all the tricks, all the old pro tricks. He's a good cagey old pro. The problem is he has had a tough career, a lot of hard fights. He's that little bit slower than he was, and when you slow down, you take the full force of the punches coming your way. You don't slide with them, and sometimes it looks as though you're not taking punches as well as you used to do. It's just the fact that you're taking them full force, and that can be a problem in the later stages of a hard career.
Just tries to steady his legs, Dunne. Grab the middle of the ring. Bennett's getting his shots off too. He's been doing a great deal of sparring around the country. I bumped into him in Michael Brody's gym in Manchester a few weeks ago, and he's really serious about coming back at lightweight and has trained ferociously hard.
You have to hand it to Dunne, because stories are that he hopes to come back and maybe box for the IBO title. And this is quite a dangerous match if you're still hoping, or if you feel you're on the verge of a world title shot.
Left hook to the body from Bennett was good, and Dunne staggered, and he's down in the second round. Dazed, confused, Colin Dunne. Is it all about to come crashing down?
He's still badly stunned, Adam. He hasn't recovered from that one. That one was in the forehead, and it can take quite some time for the head to clear. Just what I'm talking about, taking the full force of a shot, and that's what happened there.
Again, the dynamo falls. He is all over the place. He's going to be stopped shortly by Marcus McDonnell. He cannot stand. In comes Colin Lake and Terry Toole, the tight-knit team. And Colin Dunne's career is over here in Brentwood. Dismantled in 2 rounds. And what a win for Kevin Bennett. Well, let's hope Colin Dunne is okay after that. He said he would hang his gloves up should he lose tonight. He's a sensible man, and Jim, surely that time is now.
Well, I never advise fighters when I think they should retire, but it's beyond question that we've seen the best of Colin. That was a bad defeat. He didn't recover from the first shot. It was a beautiful punch. No shame in going on the floor from that punch. It was a beauty. It caught him high in the head. He didn't get a chance for his head to clear. And I thought referee McDonald timed it perfectly. No question. He had to step in there and stop the fight. His balance had completely gone. You see, full force of the shot, bang on the head. You see the little delayed action. He tried to stay on his feet. The proud man he is, but he did not recover from that one. As he got back up, you can see how he's walking. Oh, he's actually staggering over the ring. Just a kind of low shot going astray there. But the punch caught him high, chin down. There it goes. Caught him bang on the forehead and just robbed him of his senses. You can see he's trying to keep his feet, but everything gone from him. Tragic to see. Tragic to see.
Kevin Bennett only the second man to stop Colin Dunne. Michael Ayres did it before. He's up on his feet, the dynamo. He's had an absolutely wonderful career since he turned professional a decade ago.
See, at this stage, nothing left, Adam. He hadn't recovered, just really bludgeoned to the floor that time, not really seriously hurt, but when he got back up, his balance had completely gone. And the referee had no option but to call off. See, as he came up, couldn't stand steadily, couldn't put his hands back up, face his opponent. The referee having a good look at him here, no question, had to stop that.
A great British character, Colin Dunne. Sad to see, but thank you for everything you've done for us in boxing. And brilliant win for Kevin Bennett.
Ladies and gentlemen, timekeeper Michael McCann has recorded a time of 2 minutes and 18 seconds of the second round. Referee Marcus McDonnell has stopped the contest. Dunne in no position to continue. Your winner from Hartlepool, Kevin Bennett. And please show your appreciation for the one and only, the Dynamo, Colin Dunne.
Kevin Bennett's night, assuredly. Is he to be the new force at lightweight in Britain? But we will look back on Colin Dunne's great career, as Adam Smith said, with such marvellous warm memories of a fighter who's given us so much over such a long period of time, and that is only his 3rd ever career defeat. Previously only Michael Ayres, and then last time out David Burke saw Dunne off. And as Colin told us himself, it could be the end were he to lose to this man. So well done to Kevin Bennett. Let's hear from him. It's his night after all, his victory.
The 14th win of an up-and-down career, Kevin Bennett, but surely the sweetest one of all.
Well, you got to say that, and I'd just like to say with Colin Dunne, what a victory, you know, but it hurt me to beat him because he's such a legend, I think, you know, like in boxing and outside of boxing, everyone who knows Colin Dunne, what a gentleman, you know what I mean. It's sorry to see him go like that, but that's the way it was.
Very nice of you to say. Very, very good lightweight for so many years. But was the timing right for you, do you believe, tonight?
Absolutely, you know, like I'm in a no-win situation, really. If I'd lost to Colin, people would have said, oh, you know, you should have beat him. Now I've beaten, people say, well, you should have beat him anyway, he was on his way out. But I don't like to think of that. He turned up for war tonight, you know, he turned up to do the job. And I was just a bit sharp around the night, you know, Colin's older man now, and that's what we're banking on. So.
Down twice in the second round. Did you think it would finish that quickly? Because most critics had you possibly losing on points.
No way did I think it'd finish that quickly. No way. Colin Dunne is an old warhorse. He's tough as old boots, and I still believe he is. You know what I mean? There's nothing you could do. I hit him on the temple, and his legs went and betrayed him. But in his mind and in his heart, he would have got up and fought to the end. You know, so it was just luck that I got him on the temple. You know. Is
Kevin Bennett a better force at lightweight?
I would have to say that yes. You know, that's the answer to that. You know, like. I tried it at light welter, you know, like it never worked. The lads I lost to all moved up to welterweight, you know what I mean? They were all bigger men than me. I've moved down to effectively I'm 2 weights under what the men that I've lost to. So them 3 defeats to me, they're past history, you know what I mean? And this is the new rejuvenated Kevin Bennett, and I'm looking to do something at lightweight now.
Massive opportunity. You took it. Well done tonight.
Thanks very much.